Assalamu alaikum fam, hope you're doing well. One thing that I'm starting to find a little bit creepy is I have a lot of weird people who follow my channel who hate Islam or really like to shame stay-at-home moms and our hijabi feminists. And I'm starting to get a little bit creeped out by it. I don't think I know another YouTuber who has that many hate followers. I don't know, I'm just finding it kind of strange. Like, if you don't like Islam, why are you commenting and causing trouble? It's really strange. It's like, there's also these other feminist hijabis who have, like, they worship their own minds and they think they're, like, superior than everyone else because they got a diploma and they don't have children. Or they put their children last. And it's like, why are they on my channel if that's the way they feel? Go be around feminist hijabis. I'm not gonna sit here and bow on my feet to you because you got into debt. Do I expect you to do that to me for how many things I've studied or read? No, I don't think so. Just like I don't expect women who can't cook to worship me because I can. Rather, I try to teach them for free and give them inspiration on my Instagram and give them, a little nudge nicely in the right direction so that they can learn to cook, right? Because it's a very important skill. But do I think I'm better than them? No. They probably have a skill I don't have. That's how I look at it. But it's always strange when these feminist hijabis are like, some of them are, it's even weirder. They're like, you're part of ISIS. It's like, what? Because I'm reading Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab's Removal of Doubt books, they're like, you're an extremist Wahhabi ISIS member. It's like, so when I read Karl Marx, does that make me a communist? When I read Hitler's Mein Kampf, does that make me a Nazi? When I read Aristotle, does that make me an Aristotelian? When I read Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations, does that make me a 17th century capitalist? When I read Albert Pike's Morals and Dogma, does that make me a Freemason? When I read about the Egyptian religion, does that make me an Egyptian worshipper? It's quite strange how, like, my channel is some of the most diverse that there is on YouTube. I mean, I'm not just talking about Islam, and I have never just talked about Islam. And people still, they say the most strangest things because I read a book. It's amazing how people will get freaked out if you read a book. I read a Shia book, the Nahul Balaga, whatever. I have, I don't know, there's just too many books. But so many, like, I have the Bhagavad Gita. I have the Babylonian Talmud. Okay? I have the Book of Mormon. I have Aquinas' bunch of volumes of the Summa Theologica. I have stuff from the Nation of Islam, Milton Friedman, Manly P. Hall. I mean, jeez. I mean, I've read so many diverse topics. That doesn't mean just because you read something, you agree with every single thing, and now all of a sudden you're proposing them. Now, whatever Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab did, that's irrelevant. What I'm looking at is his lessons on shirk and tawheed, which I find very interesting. And me reading his book does not make me a terrorist. I mean, it's starting to creep me out. Are people really that, like, mentally bogged down that they've never, like, what is wrong with some people? Why would you trust anyone's opinion if they haven't read something? That's one of the reasons why I got so mad at Hamza, of Hamza's Pigpen, was because he slandered Aquinas, a dude he hadn't read, while he's pretending to be an authority on Christianity. Not knowing who Aquinas is like not knowing who Bukhari is. And would you trust a Muslim who didn't know who Bukhari was? No. So someone speaking about Christianity but didn't know who Aquinas was, to me, was a red flag. And they shouldn't be debating Christians if they don't know Aquinas. Rather, they should perfect their arguments, or at least say you're only going to argue from this particular sect of Christianity. I mean, that's why I read the Jesuit Order's Constitution, and I hope to, inshallah, read them all. That's why I read St. Augustine's Confessions. That's why I have taken classes on comparing different translations of the Bible, right? I like learning things first, reading it for myself, processing the information, and then passing a judgment, right? I don't like people saying, it's such a scary thing, it's so scary. What? And then you're like, have you read it? They're like, no. I've only watched YouTube videos 2 minutes long about it, or only listened to what someone else said, which was just what someone else said. It's like, well, why don't you just read it for yourself? Oh, ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, but you got time to judge people who do read, and who do study, and who do learn. And sure, you can not be interested in the same things I'm interested in, but I don't care what you're interested in. I care about what I'm interested in meeting like minds who want to discuss the content, right? So, again, it's just starting to creep me out. Like, why am I like this YouTuber who can't get around the right people? It's been like so many years now. I would think that I would attract the right kind of nerds, and the right kind of people. That's why I'm like so open. I'm so open about liking farm life, not liking materialism, liking sobriety, trying to help people quit porn, trying to help people be polygamous if they can, trying to be pro-mother, pro-child. I'm so open about who I am is because I want to attract the same type of people to be on my squad, to be on my team, and to roll with it. I don't make the content for the subscribers. Rather, I make the content and hope I get the right subscribers. But instead, it just appears that for some reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving me more hate followers who are like gammas, just whiny, weird Reddit people. And it's just like, what? This is bizarre. Really bizarre. So it's just so strange, man. But I am blocking more now. You know, before I would let them rant, go on, you know, but eventually they don't say anything, and then sometimes people will say, oh, you blocked me, and can you unblock me? And then I unblock them, and they just continue the same insanity, and you're like, oh, now I see why I blocked you in the first place, right? The cool people, the people who disagree, and then they teach you something, and you're like, yeah, that's pretty chill. There's a lot of those people on this channel. But the weird ones are the ones who are like fans of Christian Prince or David Wood, and then they come here and spam. Or Muslims who, for some reason, they really hate Wahhabis. And they think like they can just come blurt and spam things out. It's just so strange to me. It's like, what's going on? You know? I get a lot of strange comments from Muslims too, though. And then I get a lot of cool ones where we're like, heck yeah, you know? But it's weird because when I go to other people's channels, you just see like people who like the content creator, you know? But on my channel, I'm starting to notice these weird, just random people who are just like, they seem like they need medication, or they're very sheltered, and they don't agree with what I'm saying, but they still stay on the channel. So they're addicted to having hate dopamines, and I find this behavior very odd. There's tons of political channels I don't like, but I follow them, I think about what they say, I reflect on it, and I don't comment at all. I just, okay. Sometimes I'll comment, but I'll do it in a constructive way, but I never go berserk. And I've been getting just strange people. Really strange people. I don't know. I've been deleting and blocking them, obviously. But it's weird. I don't know why that's the case, you know? Let me know what you think. Have you noticed this? And I know there's a lot of bots too. You know, there's click farms, there's bot farms, troll farms, you name it. We know YouTube's really weird in that way, but it's just odd. I don't know why people who hate Islam would be on the channel. And I'm so diverse, it's like, how can you see my hundreds of videos, literally thousands of videos, and not realize who I am and not pay attention to how open I am, and then you don't like all of that and you still stick around? It shows a very strange behavior, like you got nothing positive going on in your life and you want to spend time getting negative attention. It's really bizarre. It's really bizarre. It's starting to freak me out a little bit. It's always like every day I go in the YouTube studio, check out some comments, and there'll always be a strange one where you're like, this person is obviously mentally ill. But it's just strange. And they can't form like a cohesive, intelligent response. And then there's people who just can't handle someone disagreeing with them. And yeah, I get kind of potent in the replies sometimes because you have to put some people in their place because they seem so used to everybody bowing to them. But still, I don't know. It's just starting to creep me out. What do you think, fam? Have you noticed this pattern? And just what do you think?